just enjoy where we're at, because look at these cliffs here and stuff.
Gee.
This spot's so cool because there's just these sheer cliffs.
I've been in Alaska for almost 2 weeks now visiting my buddy Chris from Angle of Attack. In this video we're going to take off out of Homer bound for the Harding Icefield up in the Kenai Mountains, but only after we get back from our 4-day excursion in this little boat on Prince William Sound. We took a break from flying and rode along with Chris's father-in-law Brian as he showed us some of the best scenic spots in the western side of the Sound. The trip consisted of breathtaking scenery everywhere you looked and some of the most epic kayaking I've ever done. I haven't decided if I want to make a full video covering that boat trip yet since it had really zero flying in it, but the footage I gathered was nothing short of stunning, so let me know if a video like that piques your interest. What are we gonna do?
We are going to Harding Icefield. Believe it or not, we haven't had a lot of time to fly in Homer, so we're gonna go explore the Kenai Mountains across Kachemak Bay. The Icefield fuels a bunch of the glaciers that are here, so basically all of them, all the glaciers come off of the Icefield. So we're gonna see a lot of that today because it's perfectly clear. You see this wind that we have here, so this is very typical. This is called the day breeze. Now, if we had this sort of wind in the mountains and we had to deal with that today, then that would be one thing. I looked at the winds aloft. It says it's only 4 to 6 knots up there, so it's really not gonna be too bad. We're still gonna look out for it. We've got lightweight today, so we've got some extra performance to deal with any downdrafts that we have.
So not only will this flight be super scenic, it's also going to be pretty educational. Lots of new things for me, flying up in the mountains, dealing with the wind like Chris was talking about, flying up near the ice field. It's going to be great. So we're pre-flighted, we're ready to go. We're going to hop in the airplane and get this flight rolling.
Clear! Prime it.
No.
Gosh darn it, man. How many times do we need to fly before you learn that? Checkers, check box. Homer traffic, 23 uniform, takeoff runway 22, Homer.
Takeoff power set, engine's in the green.
Engine looks green to me, airspeed's alive.
60 miles an hour.
Homer Radio 6, Glasgow deck text to India Bradley.
What?
Everything looking good, humming along, singing a song,
Wearing a thong.
down by the bay, while the watermelon grows, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother would say, have you ever seen an eagle, kissing an eagle, down by the bay? So what we'll do is we'll just keep climbing, you're doing good. We want to be at like 2,000, 2,500 across the water because it's a couple miles across. We'll head over this way, toward those islands and keep climbing. And we'll start at the very beginning of the icefield and start to work our way that way.
Okay.
More traffic, 242-3 uniform, tip of the spit, headed to 60-foot rock and climbing, currently 2,000 feet, and we'll be into Kachemak Bay. So these are the McEwen Flats off here to our left. They come out of the Glacier. We'll probably see that on the way back. We'll fly through that area. This is one of our practice areas for the flight school because it's so flat.
Right.
And it's kind of out of the high traffic areas of the spit and everything else. That works out pretty well.
Yeah.
What a day, man.
I know. So are we going to go up into this bay right here?
Yep.
Gotcha.
I think we'll go to the right and just kind of keep climbing.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing pretty good on our altitude. We could already have a lot of fun right where we're at now. Look at the ocean on this side. So that's the Pacific Ocean. All the way to Hawaii now. That's as deep as these mountains are. Wow, it's pretty wild. So now we start thinking about, because we're taking a little bit of creative liberty today, you could even call it risk. Risk is probably the better term. But thinking risk management, so where do we go now if something were to go wrong? Well, we've got a lot of gliding distance behind us to get down a valley and land somewhere a little flatter. But we even have options now on the other side. And then of course, maybe on top of the snow somewhere, which isn't really what I would prefer.
Right.
But we've got a lot of different options there. It's when you're weaving through these peaks at super low altitude that you start to get some
Pretty
issues.
risky, yeah.
So this is admittedly more risky today because we are lower, but we're also managing that risk with the fact that we've watched really careful for the winds. We're lightweight, we don't have a lot of, or rather we have extra performance than we usually would have if we were full weight. So we got a little bit of extra oomph to get out of something if we were to get a downdraft. So we're kind of playing our cards here. Look straight down, just down there. That's nuts.
Jeez. That is some gnarly terrain. These are just cliff faces.
Yeah, they're just cliffs. You know, the funny thing is, there have been times I've seen mountain goats on the sides of those cliffs. It's like 3,000 foot cliffs and they're all the way up. Just enjoy where we're at, because look at these cliffs here and stuff.
Gee.
This spot's so cool because there's just these sheer cliffs.
Oh my god.
This is where I saw mountain goats.
So this is just a lot of snow packed on top of tens of thousands of years of ice.
Well, the snow is becoming the ice.
Yeah, okay, I see.
So snow after snow after snow, it's getting packed, and then eventually that's all getting crammed down in the ice. And as you saw in Prince William Sound, it can be like snowy on top, but then at the very bottom it says deep, deep, dark blue. And that just means it's under more pressure.
Super dense, yeah.
Oh, you know what? Come here to the right. Because see how flat this is here?
Yeah.
But then at the edge there's this big waterfall. Yeah, you can see the little runoff stream going off the edge here already.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I see that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, man, look at that spectacular waterfall.
That's huge. You know how many people have seen that?
Only not many.
Just a handful of pilots, probably. Dude, look at all that snow.
Jeez.
That's nuts.
So smooth, too.
So this is Grilling Glacier. That's Kachemak Glacier.
Coming over the northeast ridge, 3600 for wrestling.
I see the spit down there.
So give me a 90-degree turn to the right.
Bank.
Yeah, that's not funny. And now a 90 to the left. Look around the edge a little bit more.
Wow. That's crazy. And it is so smooth up here.
Okay, Bay traffic, Skyhawk 2423 to 4, I'm coming down, Grilling Glacier descending currently 5,000.
This K-Bay short for Kachemak Bay.
Yeah.
Just kind of like an area CTAP.
Okay.
That's just crazy how all the ice is broken.
Ooh, that looks fantastic on that camera.
Yeah.
That looks real nice.
That is not somewhere you'd want to land. That is super rugged down there.
Yep, I mean I would land on top of the snow rather than in the crevasses.
Right.
Stick to the right-hand side of the valley. Doesn't really matter today, but there are goats over here quite a lot, and I want to see if we can spot some goats. Pretty waterfall over here. So when I get a float plane, that lake ahead is landable.
Oh yeah?
And it's one of the only lakes you can use around here actually. Because this is a state park we're in.
Yeah.
South Shore,
I don't see the goats. I wonder if I haven't seen them in a while. I wonder if they migrated somewhere else.
These tons of waterfalls. They're just everywhere.
Yep. A little bit like Prince William.
Yeah.
Pretty. Look at the face of that glacier.
It looks high.
You've seen a lot of glaciers.
I've seen my fair share of glaciers.
Not like this is anything new to you now. So, I used to help out the Boy Scouts, and we would swim out to some of these icebergs right along the shoreline here.
Yeah.
And stand on top of them with the glacier behind us. Coldest swim ever.
Man, that's beautiful. The water looks super calm down there too.
It is, yeah, looking for white caps on the water.
Making a left turn, landing on the short beach to the west, or correction, to the north.
Okay, drop it down into the river. Maybe like 500 feet or something.
Alright.
Just kind of weave down along the river. That'll be fun. And then we'll turn left and follow the coastline out to the left. So you can hike over to this side. And there's a little tram you take where you have to like pull yourself across on a cart.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I'll show that to you up here. It's just between the hills there.
Couple people fishing down there.
Cool.
Got them kayaks.
So here in an area like this, we just get really active looking outside because now we're not just worried about
other airplanes,
but birds, yeah.
We're in their territory here.
It's a little more alertness. Pretty landable in here too.
Yeah, it looks like it.
You see the wires going across the river right there, right where it disappears around the corner?
Yes, I think so.
You'll see it off to your left here in a second. Down below us now. This is one of the rewards I give my students. After we've done a bunch of coordination exercises, I have them coordinate down through the river.
Oh, is that the tram that you have to take across?
Yep.
That's cool.
It's really cool. It's fun just to hike there to do that. I mean, that other hike on the other side is a little brutal.
Below viewpoint, 500
Yeah.
feet climbing for Homer.
Might be a little uncomfortable down here. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see. Get right over here and make our left turn.
Yep. Look at those beautiful greens in there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Gosh, that's pretty. Wow, and the blues. So we're low enough now where we can try to spot some wildlife, see if we can see some bears down there. We saw a bear in Prince William Sound, so you kind of know what they look like, a black dot.
Right.
They actually are fairly common over here on this grewing. When you get down to this altitude, the perspective just becomes so cool because all the peaks are
way up there.
way up there.
Good backdrop. Oh, this beach looks so great. It's like perfect for using it as a runway.
It's a fun place to hike too. There's some trails that go over to the shoreline of the glacier. It's really fun. Bay traffic, Skyhawk 2423 uniform. Currently 1,500 feet. We're over Halibut Cove and we're climbing toward Peterson Bay. Something else to keep in mind when you're operating in some of these tighter valleys is that the radius of your turn does depend on your airspeed, and so a faster airplane is going to take more distance to turn, right?
Right.
So sometimes you can slow down and get things right that way.
Yeah, and here the valley's about to open up again.
Yep. Bay traffic, Skyhawk 23 uniform over the Waz Glacier, maneuvering 3,500. Bay traffic. Good job. I think I got something.
Cool.
Cool stuff, huh?
Oh yeah.
This is flying in the mountains, man.
This is flying in the mountains for real. This is a pretty tight little canyon here.
You can do a lot of fun stuff if you take the precautions, if you're safe, if you manage your risk.
Right.
Know your limitations, know the limitations of the airplane. And yeah, that's that.
Yeah, know your limits.
Yep,
This would
always.
This would not be good if it was a super windy, bumpy day.
No, and you know, again, if you have the right airplane, it could happen.
Right.
But, I don't know.
Geez, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 waterfalls that I see right here on this left side.
Cessna 62 Mike, just over the Red River, 2,200 is climbing.
One last thing you could do if you wanted to, you don't have to, is fly down the Waz River on the way out.
Doing a descent.
Yeah, if you'd like to. I think 80 photos might be enough.
Yeah. That'll probably be good.
Cool. So yeah, we were way up on top of there a while ago.
Wow.
And that gives you some perspective on Prince William Sound as well, just how big things are on top, which hopefully we'll see tomorrow. Bay traffic, Skyhawk 23 uniform coming down the Waz, headed back to Homer, currently 2,000 feet. Homer radio, Skyhawk 23 uniform. Got information, Juliet 2,500 McEwen Flats. Couldn't hear any traffic the last few minutes. Look how beautiful that is.
We're 2423 uniform, home radio over. Thanks, no other known traffic.
This is always one of the best spots. It's just right here close to home.
Right. Back into Homer.
Yes, sir. This is your last landing in Homer.
Yeah, it probably will be. On this trip, at least.
Yep. Homer traffic 23 uniform is base to final runway 22 Homer. And I do not see any traffic
Okay,
out there.
20.
Real good. Oh, sporty, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
8 November Yankee, I'm at taxiway Alpha with information Juliet. I'm going to back taxi on the gravel to the Elephant here for a warm-up.
Nicely
I'm going
done.
to depart to the north.
And Homer traffic, we got 8 November Yankee. We're rolling out 2-2, we'll exit at Alpha.
I'm much happier with that landing that I just did than the last one.
That was better. It was uneventful. That's
because I
nice.
picked a touchdown point. That's why it was better.
So it's pretty amazing that just a few minutes from here are the mountains, and it always surprises me. It's like I start in this little parking spot where I'm at, I go and I conquer the mountains, this beautiful remote area, and come back, and within an hour I'm already back here. It was just amazing what an airplane can do.
Like we were saying, we hadn't been in the airplane for several days. We were out on a boat for like 4 days, and then just editing and offloading footage and just tons of stuff, lots of outdoorsy stuff. But now we better stop complaining about not being in the airplane, because we're going to be in the airplane for 4 days.
All the time.
All the time. We're going to go way up north. I'm not going to talk about what's going to happen, because whenever I do, it doesn't happen.
Don't.
So I'm not going to talk about it. However, that flight that we just did was absolutely amazing, and that wasn't even close to all of the Harding ice field. We only explored maybe like 20% of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say a fifth of it.
Yeah, about a fifth. That's about what we saw. It goes so much further north, opens up, it's so much more vast. We just didn't have the time today to go fly around it.
206.
206. So even after we were done flying over the ice field, we came down and kind of snaked through the canyons, got down lower, followed the rivers, did some sightseeing. Didn't see any bears, but that's cool. So absolutely awesome flight. I definitely got something out of it. I hope you get something out of it.
I got something out of it. I've done it a ton of times.
Right. Well, and we all learned something from every flight, no matter what. So
and it was fun.
And it was fun, right?
That's good too.
That's always
Nothing wrong with
great.
that.
That's always great. That's right. So anyways, we're gonna close this out. Airplane's all put away, and I'm gonna pack up the rest of the camera gear, and we're gonna be out of here. So that was an awesome flight. In part 7, Chris and I stop at the coolest place a pilot can stop for food, the Squentna Roadhouse in the middle of nowhere. There are no roads leading to this place, just a river and a runway. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future weekly videos. If you'd like to support this channel, you can head over to aviation101.com/store, where I sell some Aviation 101 merch and gear, one of which is my flight notes pad. Big shout out to Chris from Angle of Attack. He's a big reason this Alaska series was able to be filmed in the first place, so definitely go give his channel a subscribe and his Instagram a follow. Until next time, I want you to stay happy, healthy, and current, and especially stay proficient, and we'll see you in part 7 when we drop this 172 into Squentna, Alaska. Fly safe.